Hi everyone, I'm Laura Papetti, and we do have some breaking news just coming into the newsroom. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help, everyone at home, to take a look and help us find a missing teen. Here's her picture. 16-year-old Mayanna Lewis was last seen on April 7th. She was wearing colorful Nike shoes, sweatpants, and a t-shirt. She has brownish red hair and is about 5'2" and 130 pounds. She is originally from Tacoma, and if you see her, you're asked to contact the Spokane County Sheriff's Office right away. Again, here is her picture. If you have a moment to take a look, authorities are asking for our help to call the authorities right away if you see her. It is 12:01 right now. In a matter of hours, testimony continues in the trial against Lori Vallow, the woman accused of killing her 2 children. Yesterday, the judge swore in the final jury. Then the defense and prosecution gave their opening statements. The prosecution went through a timeline of Vallow and her current husband, Chad Daybell's relationship. The defense attorney said Vallow was, quote, good, responsible mother. After opening statements, the prosecution started laying out their case against Lori Vallow. They talked to 2 witnesses yesterday, including J.J. Vallow's grandma. Also, J.J.'s grandfather spoke to media outside the courthouse.
I'm the biggest advocate of 12 jurors and a fair and honest judicial system.
The prosecution is expected to talk to over 200 witnesses over the course of about 8 to 10 weeks. Our coverage on the Vallow case will continue tonight, right here on KREM 2, coming up at First at 4. It is 2 minutes past noon right now. The Coeur d'Alene Police Department released some new details after Friday's deadly shooting that happened in a parking lot. Police say a suspected car burglar was shot and killed by an armed citizen. Coeur d'Alene police say 74-year-old James Dean and his wife were walking back to their truck in the Michaels parking lot when they saw 30-year-old Shane Brown inside their pickup. Police say Dean confronted Brown and pulled out a handgun. They tell us Brown then got out of the truck and into another car. According to police, Dean stood in front of that car while Brown accelerated toward him. Dean ended up on the hood and fired several shots, hitting the 30-year-old, who then died at the scene. The case will be sent to the county prosecutor's office. They will decide if this armed citizen will be facing any charges. Just a few minutes past noon right now. It is opening day for the Spokane Indians, and it is also, by the way, KREM 2 night there at the Indians. Tonight, Mark Whitney, Jeremy Travis, the whole team will be at Avista Stadium for the opener, and we're pretty excited. So let's get a check on weather. Checking in with Thomas Patrick. He can let us know what we can expect as we enjoy all the festivities out at the park.
Yeah, Laura, and the festivities are already going pretty early in the morning because, of course, the Up With KREM team, myself and Brandon T. Jones are out there. I think you may have seen us at least attempt to do the gritty with the mascots. Results might vary if you end up seeing that video on YouTube, but at least we were trying to have fun out there hours well before the first pitch, which of course is 6:35 p.m. And now the evening team will have to challenge them to show us their best dance moves before the night is through. We'll wait to see that later tonight. But as for the weather, it rained first thing this morning. It rained through about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and now the rain is sliding off to the east. In fact, in the last 20 seconds, the sun has been contemplating coming out from behind some of these cumulus clouds that find themselves right on top of Spokane. But I'm going to be tracking this activity. The cumulus clouds starting to produce some very light scattered shower activity over far north Idaho and very far northeastern Washington. So it's not a 0% chance for rain later on today, but we are looking a lot drier than we were through the morning and the last night hours. And our temperature is starting to improve a little bit up to 47, but won't be too much warmer than today as we continue to track some windy and breezy conditions now for the next several hours. So the latest on that and your Indians home opening forecasts coming up in a couple of minutes.
Happening today, the Coeur d'Alene School Board is discussing a policy requiring students to use bathrooms that align with the gender they were assigned with at birth. This comes after Idaho Governor Brad Little signed Senate Bill 1100, otherwise known as the Bathroom Bill. The bill requires schools to maintain separate restrooms and changing areas designated for, quote, male persons only or female persons only. The bill is set to become law coming up July 1st.
I think there's been a reluctance to develop a policy because it's a hot button topic. But I think the time has come that we must have a policy.
Documents show the district will also provide what they call reasonable accommodations like single occupancy bathrooms for trans and non-binary students. The meeting begins at 4:30 this afternoon at the Midtown Center meeting room. Meanwhile, the Lakeland Joint School District Board of Trustees voted last night on their new gender identity policy. Our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press reporting the policy will also align with the bathroom bill. Their new policy says any discussion between students and teachers about gender identity, sexual orientation, and gender expression will be prohibited. The policy aims to protect parents' rights by preventing teachers from talking to a student about gender or sexuality. The new policy will first go through a trial period and legal review before being fully implemented. The future of an abortion pill hangs in the balance after a Texas judge invalidates the FDA's approval of mifepristone. The Department of Justice is now appealing that decision. The Biden administration is asking the Fifth U.S. Court of Appeals to put a hold on the ruling. If no hold is put in place, the abortion pill could be pulled off the shelves by this Friday. However, a federal judge in Spokane blocked any changes to the drug's availability in 17 states. Here in Washington state, if the Texas ruling is upheld, state prisons may end up providing the abortion pill to doctors' offices. The Department of Corrections has a pharmacy license and is a pharmacy for state agencies. The state Senate is considering a plan to give the DOC authority to sell abortion pills for $50 each to doctors and clinics. This is certainly sparking debate in Olympia.
Everyone should get to make decisions about their own lives and futures, and that includes the decisions to have an abortion and use the method of abortion that best suits them.
I understand the role of the government is to protect all of its citizens, so I urge this committee, please, to protect every human life and not allow our state government to become a purveyor of death.
Last week, Governor Jay Inslee directed the DOC to buy 30,000 doses of the drug. The bill is expected to pass coming up by April 23rd.